Welcome to Lingua Wire English B1. Today, we have two stories, a new Hamas leader and fresh U.S. strikes on Iran after American soldiers died. To help you follow today's episode, full transcripts and vocabulary lookups are available at linguawire.com. First, let's look at Hamas and the change at the top. The group has named a new overall leader.
Yes, Hamas says Khalil al-Hayya is its new leader, replacing Yahya Sinwar, who was killed by the Israeli military in Gaza in 2024.
So this is not just a title change. It can shape the group's direction.
Exactly. Al-Hayya is already a major figure. He has been the group's chief negotiator and has helped lead talks through mediators in Egypt and Qatar.
And that means he is linked to the political side, not only the fighting side.
Right. The report says he was seen as part of the harder line inside Hamas. He is also closely linked to the political path that goes back to Ismail Haniyeh.
What stood out to you most in this decision?
The split. Hamas held 2 rounds of voting, and members were apparently divided over the future of the group. That suggests there are different ideas about strategy after years of war.
And al-Hayya also has his own history with Israeli attacks, doesn't he?
He does. The report says he survived an assassination attempt in Qatar in September 2025. It also says several of his sons were killed in earlier attacks.
That gives this appointment a very personal edge.
It does, and it shows how the conflict keeps shaping Hamas's leadership choices as well as the wider political picture.
So the main change is not only who leads Hamas, but what line the group may take next. Now to the Middle East again, but this time the focus is the sea and a new round of strikes. Michael, can you take us through what the U.S. military says it has done?
The U.S. says it launched another round of strikes against Iran. Officials said the aim was to further weaken Iran's ability to attack ships in the Strait of Hormuz.
And this has been going on for several nights now.
Yes. The report says these were the 10th consecutive night of attacks. That makes this a sustained pressure campaign, not a one-off action.
Trump also added a very sharp warning, didn't he?
He did. He said Iran would be punished for the deaths of U.S. soldiers. He also said the previous night's strikes were in honor of 3 American soldiers who were killed recently.
How did Iran answer?
Iran said it struck 2 oil tankers in the waterway, as well as U.S. military assets in Bahrain and Kuwait. The state news agency also said rescue teams were removing crews from the tankers.
So this is now moving across land, sea, and diplomacy at the same time.
Exactly. Tehran said it was in a full-scale war with the U.S., but it also said diplomatic messages were still being exchanged through intermediaries.
And what about ships in the strait itself?
Commercial vessels were still passing through, according to CENTCOM. UK maritime officials said 1 tanker was hit by an unknown projectile, and its crew left in a lifeboat.
So the waterway is still open, but the risk is clearly higher.
Yes, and that matters because the Strait of Hormuz is one of the world's most important shipping routes.
Let's look at 3 words from the second story. First, strike. It means an attack, often by the military. In the story, The US launched strikes against Iran. Example: the strike damaged the road near the port. Second, tanker. It means a large ship that carries oil or other liquid cargo. In the story, Iran said it struck 2 oil tankers in the waterway. Example: the tanker waited outside the harbor. Third, crew. It means the people who work on a ship. In the story, rescue teams were removing the crews from the tankers. Example: the crew rested after a long night at sea. Now for a grammar point, be plus, being plus, past participle. We use this form to talk about an action that is happening now or at this time. Example 1. Commercial vessels are being stopped near the Strait of Hormuz. Example 2. The crews are being removed from the tankers. Repeat after me. Are being removed. That's today's news. Every word you just heard is written out at linguawire.com. The full transcript and a tap-to-check glossary for words you don't yet know. That's linguawire.com. Follow the show so we're there in your feed tomorrow. Speak to you then.